For the sheep industry, which is very topical just at the moment, certainly serious concerns about the long-term viability, or certainly short-term viability of a sheep industry. The major thing, I suppose, for us has been up to a couple of weeks ago was exchange rates. Strong pound against a weak euro certainly left our product that bit harder to market and sell on the continent, and it presented us with problems even when we go south of the border because it was that bit more expensive. However, 1st of April 2015 presented another problem for us, and it was that of labelling. Labelling regulations which historically had addressed red meat issues in the wake of a BSE crisis were now being applied to pork, to sheep meat and to white meat. So it presented us with another set of problems. Being cynical, we don't actually think maybe there are that many issues with labelling, but it's used as another stick to beat us with and another mechanism to drive our price down. I spoke last week to a representative of the FNSEA in Portugal regarding exactly these things, the labelling issues, because we're taking a lot of calls from both farmers who are seriously concerned and industry people who are concerned where this is going. And the FNSEA, which is the French farming representative, have no concerns, and they say that British or Irish lamb, it doesn't mean much for them, that they see them both as a safe quality product, and there are no concerns. So it reinforces our concerns that sometimes these labelling issues are being used as a mechanism to hold our price and to play region against region and farmer against farmer and make decisions based on commercial vested interest by processors. So it's difficult. And remember where this is going, because it's not that long ago when they had the issue with nomad cattle, where we had cattle born and reared in ROI and slaughtered in the north. And for us as Northern Ireland farmers, this presented a problem that the purchasers and customers in GB who wanted a red tractor approved label on the product were seriously concerned that ROI cattle were going to come into the GB market via the back door. And for us, that was a big risk, and a risk that we couldn't afford to take, because if they were concerned about the quality and or not even the quality, the integrity of the supply chain and the product that they were putting on their shelves, then effectively Northern Ireland could be excluded from GB market, and simply we couldn't afford that. So that raised the issue with nomad cattle. Roll the clock on, we've had milk issues with milk going south. We've had the sheep issues now recently. And bearing in mind that every week 10,000 pigs come from ROI into Carrow and Cookstown. So these labelling issues, they're not new. They are at the forefront of every sheep producer's mind at the moment. But we need a resolution to this. I spoke this morning with our Agriculture Minister. She's well aware of the issues with the sheep industry. Elliot and a number of representatives went down on Monday morning to meet with IFA in Dublin. And it's interesting because when I raised this last week with Eddie Downey and the concerns that our farmers had in the north, that the IFA were firmly behind this initiative to exclude lamb coming north from the north to the south. Eddie Downey's reaction was swift, and it was very straight to the point. He says, there's no way we're behind this. He says, the same people that are telling you we're behind this are telling you that I have access to Larry Goodman's helicopters, and it's equally as far-fetched a story. So they're adamant that they're not behind it. They think it's detrimental to the industry. There's a press release going out that is from both sides of the border, from IFA and from UFU, to say that we need a resolution to this because this is not helpful for our industry. It's detrimental, and as farmers it's costing us quite a lot of money, and it's not sustainable. So when I spoke to the Minister this morning, she was putting a call in this afternoon to Simon Coveney to try and organise some sort of wider industry meeting between government and industry and farmers north and south of the border, because simply we need a resolution to these labelling issues, because when we speak to other member states, it's not a problem. This is something now that's creating us grief in the UK and in Ireland.